Hey y'all, it's Ashley with another layout for the April 2014 Hip Kit Club. So this is going to be my last layout for April, and then I'll switch over to the May kits, and that first video should be posted a week from today. So I'm starting off with this pattern paper by Studio Calico, and on the back side of this it has that really pretty orchid color with the days of the week, and then this front side is just a really subtle pattern. And I chose that because this layout is going to be really simple, fresh, whimsical, and that's the route that I want to take it. If you guys saw my last video, you probably remember that I got really crazy bold and I added a lot of ink, a lot of color. It was a little bit out of my comfort zone, and so this time I just kind of want to relax a little bit and just make a really simple layout. And so that's the route that I'm taking. I really love the way that it turned out, and I hope you guys love it as well. So the picture that I'm using is of me and my husband when we were engaged, and it's one of our engagement photos and one of my favorites, which is why I chose to scrapbook it. The frames that I've set out are crepe paper frames, and then these embellishments that I'm using are Maggie Holmes. And the idea is to have everything kind of linking together, and so I'm not going to have anything really flowing off by itself. I'm going to try to have some sort of cohesion to where everything is touching or layered or something like that. That's one thing I love about those vellum pieces, is that they layer really, like, they're really pretty layered, but you can also just set them like by themselves and they look super good, like just on top of pattern paper, even though you can see through it. So I think the only things that are not crepe paper are the yellow pennant banner that is from Studio Calico, and those wood veneer pieces as well. Just kind of trying to get the placement right on a lot of these things. And let's see, I know I want to add some more gold, and so I've taken that gold frame, and you guys are probably going to cringe when I do this here in a second, but I'm going to cut it apart just a little bit so that I can add a little bit more gold to some other places like the corner, so that it brings out that pennant. I pulled out some other pieces from the Maggie Holmes, not the flea market collection, the Style Board collection, and so I'll be adding those to the layout as well. Sorry, I got a little distracted. I love that vellum pocket that says love. It brings, I feel like it brings so much to the layout, and layering those frames from crepe paper too. I really just liked the way that this layout turned out. It was simple to put together. I think it took about 25 minutes. And I love those. Some of those are my favorite layouts. I don't understand how that happens. Some of the ones that I work so hard on for you know, up to like an hour are not some of my favorites, and then some of my favorites are the ones that don't take as long. And I think it's just because it's a thankless thing. Like when you're working on it, you're just kind of going with the flow, and so it ends up turning out really good that way. Some people have asked me where I've got these trays, and I got them from Target a while back, and I may have mentioned that before, but I love the way they hold my embellishments and how I can kind of, they don't hold like the larger things very well, but it does hold these smaller embellishments like these Maggie Holmes embellishments, and then some of the Studio Calico die cuts that we got in our kit. It does hold those things really well. I apologize if my voiceover is making like a funny noise. It's been doing that lately, and I think it's because, well, number one, I've had this computer for a while. Number two, I think it's like when it has to work really hard, it makes a funny noise, kind of like a car. I don't know. So I'm trying to figure out how to fix that. And once I do, we'll be good to go. It may just result in me getting a new computer at some point. I've had this MacBook since I was a junior in college, and I'm gonna keep it until it dies. I just hope it doesn't die anytime soon. So here's where I cut this frame, and I think some people feel like if you cut the frame up, maybe, or some people may feel like if you cut it, you won't be able to use it, but I can still use it as layering pieces, and that's kind of the route that I'll take it in another layout or something, rather than using it just to frame a picture. So I'm going to start adding some final details here and there, and pulling from the same stash where my other embellishments are as well, just some more of the Maggie Holmes pieces. There's so many of these, and I can't talk enough about these. I'm so glad that I bought some for myself, but I also got some in the kit, which is perfect. So I've added the sewing in a few different places, and there at the top above that other frame, and then across those arrows down at the bottom below sweet, and then where the butterfly is as well. And then I've put some dimensionals on the back of my photo, so just so that I can kind of layer a little bit better. And then I added the sewing the sewing got a little bit lopsided. It's not, I just don't sew straight. I'm not a good sewer at all. And so what I did to fix that was just I added a little bit of, added some more embellishments just to kind of cover that up. And usually I would like that look, but I was trying to go for a really simple, clean layout, and so I didn't want the sewing to look too sloppy. So just finishing up some things, and then I'll be done. I hope you guys enjoyed this process, and I hope the funny noise in the background didn't bother you too much. And I hope you also got some inspiration for a simple, fresh, clean layout. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Other than that, some final pictures are coming up. I hope you guys have a great Saturday, and happy National Scrapbooking Day as well. Have a great day. Bye.